What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. In this video, what I'm going to be discussing are belt issues, specifically deck belt issues on mowers. Now, this will cover commercial mowers, residential mowers. As you can see, I'm cutting some grass here with this John Deere S120. And you can see that belt working pretty good there, but we're going to be going over why your belts are breaking, snapping, shredding, cracking, got chunks missing out of them, things of that nature. So let's go ahead and get started now. But first, guys, just keep in mind these belts don't last forever. They do stretch out and wear out and develop cracks and things over time. But this particular belt only had about 13 hours on it, and it has several cracks, and you can see where it's been scraping something on the V-side groove. Now, when you're looking for something, just be aware, these belts have a flat side and a V-side part of the belt. So if you're having like a shredding issue, you want to see which side of the belt is damaged. Is it the V-groove side, or is it the flat side? So usually the spindles and the clutches and some of the pulleys will have a sheave on it with the V-groove, and then a lot of the idlers will have a flat face to make contact with the flat side of that belt. Okay, so deck belts breaking and shredding, coming off, that's a really common issue. And I could break this down into like, okay, if it's shredding, it's doing this, or breaking, snapping, it's doing that, but sometimes it's kind of intertwined. But there are some specific things, like if it's shredding, it's obviously rubbing on something. But no matter what, I'm going to cover a lot of these things. No matter what, anytime you have a deck belt issue going on, I always like to loosen up the belt and get to where I can rotate all the spindles and all the idlers, pulleys, and everything. So that, you get a loose belt here, and then that frees you up to rotate to see if those bearings are seized up or locked up, because if that is going on, that could cause some shredding as well. So if the bearings or the spindle bearings have kind of seized up or starting to seize up, that belt's getting all that power from the engine trying to spin that belt, something's got to give somewhere. All right, so that's probably the most common thing, is either an idler bearing has seized up or a spindle bearing is close to seizing up. Probably one of the most common things. And again, if it's shredding, you want to make sure, is it on the outside or the inside? So check all your belt guides. All right, are they bent? Are they too close? If the belt's jumping off, the belt guide might be too far away, and that's a common issue if the belt is jumping off. But one thing I want to mention while I'm here is a lot of these have a brake. So I'm going to put the tension on the belt here. Like this one has a manual engagement. So see how it takes that little brake away from that spindle there, and then as I take the tension off or disengage the blades, now the belt is loose. The belt's back there still spinning on the engine. This is for the ones that have a manual engagement, but you'll usually have some type of brake, like a brake pad here, that engages the sheave of that spindle. So you'll need to do that if you're trying to, you might get a false, if you're trying to turn the spindle. Keep in mind it might have that brake engaged, so you may be, so you don't go out and try to buy a new spindle. Meanwhile, the spindle's fine, you just had the brake engaged. So for shredding or for belt snapping, it could be a seized bearing, and sometimes those bearings, when they start to go bad, they just seize up. They might be working fine, they're probably usually making a lot of noise, but people might not notice it. But just like the bearing on this clutch here, they eventually will seize up over time. They've been wearing out, getting worse and worse, and it'll just stop working. This customer actually was afraid his engine locked up, but luckily it was just the clutch bearing had finally stopped the engine. So a lot of these spindles will have covers on them, and they'll trap these sticks and debris and things get caught up into the spindle sheave between the belt. That's another common issue. Okay, so remember that belt that I showed you earlier that only had 13 hours on it? This is it. It was on this Z920 commercial mower, and it has these cracks, and the customer sent me the photos, and I was really more concerned with the wear marks that I saw on the V side. The back side of the belt looks fine. And my initial inspection, trying to get this camera to focus for you, my initial inspection, I didn't see anything wrong, but then I started looking at the sheaves to see if there was anything caught in one of the sheaves. And each one of them, you'll see here, you see that little piece of metal there? I'm going to spin this around. I'm going to try to get this camera to focus. All these little pieces of metal, and what that is from the corrosion, as this sheave has corroded away. These little bits of metal have probably come off and then gotten bedded, and it's just created a really rough surface for the belt to slip on. So just like I mentioned earlier on that little Husqvarna, that belt, as it's getting that power from the engine and it's spinning all those blades going through these sheaves here, that belt will slip. I mean, it's kind of, that tensioner arm kind of acts like a shock absorber, and that belt will slip on these sheaves. And so the trick, what we needed to do on this one was put new sheaves on top of the spindle and a new belt. So this was a simple fix. Wasn't very obvious when I first looked at it. And you can see the sheave just bolts on top of the spindles. They usually come as a separate piece. And so this was an easy fix. It just wasn't obviously noticeable when first looking at it. Now when your belt breaks like this, it just snaps. It's usually due to a load shock. And the most common reason that I see is that people are cutting too high of grass or too tall of grass too fast. Notice how I'm going nice and slow here. I'm cutting some pretty tall grass, but I'm going really slow. Now if I were to go too fast, chances are it's going to put too much stress on that belt and snap it. It can also cause it to come off. It'll push those belt guides away, things like that, but it will break the belt if you try to cut too tall of grass too quickly. Or it might not be just the grass, it might be a stump, it might be a small tree, a rock, or something else, some type of debris you hit, and it snaps that belt. While this is a John Deere S120, I'm going to show you an example on a John Deere E120. And this customer hit something and it actually bent the engagement cable. And let me show you what happened. She said she loaned this to her neighbor and they ran over a t-shirt and a tarp. And that got caught up in the blades. Couldn't turn these spindles at all. But I went ahead and checked these idlers while I was at it, while I had it out. They're fine, but these spindles, you could not turn them at all. And it took quite a bit of effort to, I'm going to show you here. I couldn't even turn this one at all. And here's a picture with the blades removed. Had to cut that shirt away. And just real quick, while we were talking about belt guides, this is a common question. You see how that plastic cover on these John Deere 100 series? You have to have that cover on there. It's a belt guide, and they do wear out right there. Bad design? Maybe, yeah. Unusual? Yes. This one actually has like a little piece of metal in there that'll start wearing through, but on that other one, it'll wear, you'll be able to see the belt. All right, guys, we've gone over all the other common issues, bad bearings in the spindles, the idlers, things like that. belt guides, running over stuff, cutting too much. But there's one other thing that can cause your belts to break, and that's the tensioner arm bearings going bad. Now, this one's got plenty of grease after I greased it. It was brand new, didn't have any grease, and it actually broke the belt. This was a brand new Z325E with less than 3 hours on it, and that tensioner arm was not really moving much. Well, it didn't have much grease, and when you're cutting grass, that tensioner arm is acting like a shock absorber. And so if it can't flex and move, it's going to break that belt. And also, debris. If you're cleaning your mower and you have to use water or pressure washer, I'm going to highly recommend that you use an air compressor so you don't let puddles of water collect around everything and corrode everything away. Use an air compressor or leaf blower or something, blow it dry, and keep those spindles greased, and you'll have a lot less problems. Lift up those covers, clean underneath there also. So guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope this helped you guys out. Maybe it'll help you prevent breaking your belt on your mower. And if you are having belt issues, help you diagnose it, what the issue is, solve it. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. And also real quick, I want to thank all my new subscribers. And if you're interested in joining, I have a membership thing I just now started, and you can be either a fan or even a sponsor. Now I'm very busy. It takes a lot of time to make these videos, and I get a lot of questions, and I try to help you guys out, help you save some money. But I get a lot of questions asking, hey, I'm having this issue or that issue, and unfortunately I just don't have time to answer everyone. But if you're a member, you're going to get priority. To me, I will answer those questions, and just take a look at the different tier levels. If you're a sponsor, I guarantee you I will answer your question. If I don't know the answer, I will help you try to figure it out with either other techs that I know, try to solve that issue for you. But anyway, if I don't know, I'll just let you I don't know, but I'll still try to help you. But anyway, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, take a look at that membership, and hit that join, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to have lots of other videos that I want to put out for you. It would help me out if I did have a portion of you guys as members. It would free me up a lot on time, where I wouldn't have to do so many side jobs and things like that. With the economy being the way it is, you know how it is. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching, and again, just thank all my new subscribers, and please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Thanks.